I'm Rebekah from Teshuvah Ministries, and today I want to do a little quick movie review about a genre of movies out there that are super popular right now. So not just one in particular, but a genre of movies. Of course, just to let you know if this is the first time you're watching, I am just a mom who is very interested in and cares about what we eat through our eyes, not just through our mouth, and what goes into our body that way, but through our eyes, through our senses, through our ears, through what we perceive around us and what we're eating. You know, Yahshua said to be really careful about what you're eating. You know, you want to eat of Him in order to have life. So I'm very, very careful with, try to be very careful with what my family is eating, not just intaking into their stomach and into their bodies, but also what they're intaking into their eyes and into their hearts. So I have to talk about this, or it's just going to drive me nuts. Okay, so I have an 18-year-old daughter who absolutely, hands down, loves the superhero movies out there. And granted, she's not allowed to go to many. There are a few that we have conceded upon, either that she watches at a friend's house or she has actually gotten to go to the theater with some friends on. And she's 18, granted, so she's, you know, starting to make her own choices. Well, she's been making her own choices, but she's getting more and more freedom to, you know, walk out what she would like to in life. And so anyway, point being is that I just cannot believe the amount of superhero movies that are out there. So you have Wonder Woman, you have Avengers, you have Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hancock, Ant-Man, all these superhero movies. You know, I think when Isaac and I grew up, I know he saw a lot more movies than I did, but I know that in my 20s, I watched Batman, and I know I watched Superman with the old Superman, the original Superman with Mr. Reeves. Yeah, I think that's his name. Anyway, you know, but back in my day, like a superhero, in my opinion, was more like, you know, what was his name? Mel Gibson in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves kind of thing. You know, that was where my heart was going to, more like that. But the superhero movies are just, they're so CGI. They are so insanely, you know, impossible that I've been thinking about it. And for the last, couple of years that they've been out, I've had this kind of running gag with my daughter. You know, she loves these movies, likes to talk about them, and she'll try to engage me in conversation about them. And all I want to say is, like, talk to the hand. I know the best superhero of all. I know the most superhero of all. You know, and I'll say, she'll ask me, she'll say, who's your most favorite superhero, Mom? This is a while ago. She doesn't necessarily do that anymore because she knows what my answer is. But who's your favorite superhero, Mom? And of course, my answer is Yahshua. Of course, he's the most incredible superhero that there is, and there is no one like him, and there will be no one like him. So I just wanted to point out something, though, that I think, and I'm sure that you know this as well, but I really feel that the superhero movies are trying to address a collective feeling of we need rescued. You know, the world is not a good place. There are so many bad things happening, so many corrupt governments, corrupt people, corrupt entities that are controlling people and trying to enact, you know, their will upon the people, which is not Yah's will, not Jehovah's will. So there's a growing sense of it's hopeless, and we really need somebody huge and big and powerful who has extra superhuman powers to come in and save the day. And so, you know, on one hand, I, you know, don't want my kids watching those movies because, you know, they're not based in reality. You know, it's all CGI. It's all, you know, just like all movies are, they're scripted, and there's, you know, unless they're a documentary or a biography or something based on a true story, you know, you can get sucked into the world of movies to the point where you don't even want to live in this world. And so I'm real careful with that, and I, you know, try to hold on the reins there. But on the other hand, I think it's really reflecting a huge, scream and cry for the Messiah to come and a deliverer to show up, one that can actually solve the problems that are in front of us. So I know, Wonder Woman, Avengers, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Hancock, all, Ant-Man, Thor, all of those, for one, Thor is based in paganism. It's Greek mythology, all of them. You have the dad and the mom, and all of it is Greek mythology. So, but where was I going with that? Anyway, I just want to put that out there, and I don't know how you run your family or what your teenage kids are watching and what you allow and what you don't allow, but I just really try to always bring it back with my family to remember, there is a superhero, and he has already started his work. He accomplished a huge amount of his, superhero work back when he fulfilled the spring feasts a few thousand years ago, and he is going to come back, and he's going to, put to shame every single one of these superheroes that we create in CGI and on the computer. He's going to do it for real, and you better be on the right side. You better have been choosing the right side, because you obviously in these movies you sure want to be on the wrong side of these guys. Well, just think what in the future with Yahshua, who is the true superhero. You want to be on the right side. So anyway, that's my little mom thought for today on the huge amount of superhero movies that are coming out or are out, still coming out, and probably will still come out. It's this collective cry for a deliverer. So I really want to point everyone who is watching this to the fact that we do have a deliverer, we do have a Messiah, we do have a superhero who is going to come and rescue us and rescue the day. It's just a matter of timing when Papa will release him to come at the appointed time, and also, in your individual life and individual story, whose side are you going to be on? Kitty found me. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Nope, the cat doesn't need to watch movies. He's watching the mice. Unfortunately, not the mice that crawl around in our kitchen. He's watching the mice that crawl around outside. And may you choose wisely the movies that your family eats. Shalom. Hello, I am Rebekah from Super Ministries, Teshuvah Ministry. I am Superwoman. I am Super Rebekah from Super Teshuvah Ministries. Oh, brother. Okay.